So you might see quite a few of these videos with me sitting in this place and making these videos. So I haven't made like 20 videos in one place at the same time. It's basically, since I'm locked in the house, I've set up my lights here and put this chair to make it this studio place location in my house where I can sit and make videos, because the light comes from this big door and it's easier to make a video looking in this direction. And yes, I will try to change clothes more often, but since I'm not leaving the house, it's really pointless to wear different clothes. So I'll have a shower, wear a t-shirt and then put some hoodie or something on. Anyhow, I decided to make this video because I'm reading a lot of stuff about China and countries questioning and people questioning and conspiracy theories. Here are some facts. China is a communist country. China has been suppressing its population, and even Hong Kong, the riots that were happening before the coronavirus and people being shot at point blank by the authorities. Social media is censored and locked down in China, news and other things. So is it really that strange and surprising that China may have more cases than they're telling the world? The last few viruses, that the SARS and other things that came out, they all started in that particular region. So the whole world knows. Whether we admit it or accept it or want to talk about it is a different thing. So if you think about the population and how quickly the virus spreads, look at the population of the United States. They have more than 100,000 cases to this date. There might be more when you watch this video, or it may be over by then. But the point I'm trying to make is the population of the United States is below 300 million and they've had 100,000 cases reported or tested. So I'm sure there are plenty more untested and those who don't have any symptoms. Similarly, Italy has a much smaller population and they had over 80,000 cases already. My question is, in a country with a population of over 1.5 billion, is it really believable that they only had 86,000 cases and now everything is under control? It's just propaganda. They are telling the world everything's under control. They probably have 800,000 cases instead of 80,000 and they just dropped some zeros. It's because they don't want to appear to the world that they're the cause of this massive global pandemic, and it basically ruins the relationship that China has with most of the world. But eventually the truth will come out in some shape or form, and maybe I will be proven right, who knows. But we just have to accept the fact that there are countries in this world who are very devious, and there are people who do very dodgy things, and when they're in power, the Chinese Prime Minister or President, I don't know which one they have, but he is there for life. He changed the law, so he's basically become the king. He will never be out of power. So it just goes to show what kind of a country we are dealing with. But globally, only we can take a stand as individuals. We can't expect our governments to say, sever all relationships with China, do this, do that, because governments are made up of people who are represented by us. We need to change our behaviors. If you don't want to support the Chinese economy, then stop buying Chinese things and stop having these habits where you are disposing of everything that you use, because most of the disposables come from China. Actually, pretty much everything comes from China these days. And it's not because it's a very prosperous, amazing country, it's because they have a lot of people. And they abuse human beings and There are no labor laws, there are no copyright laws. There's basically, it's how the world was a few hundred years ago, but it continues to be like that in China, and they do whatever they like. And there's so many, like thousands of examples of European companies suing Chinese companies for imitating and creating products. I mean, there was one really funny case where they made a car that they gave a Chinese name to, and it looks exactly like a BMW X5, but they say no, this is not stolen from the BMW style, even though it looks exactly identical to that. But basically what I'm trying to say is that we will not find out, and they'll not tell us what they're doing, but there is a very high chance that this is done by China, and they have a massive problem of the virus that's expanding within their own country that they're hiding. I saw something else on the news where they said 2,000 of their healthcare workers were sent home because everything is under control. How? Do you have a vaccine? Do you have a cure? If not, then how is it under control? The minute people are let out of their cages, because that's what it is in China, the way they're beating people up and putting them in vans, then it will just spread like wildfire again. So yeah, here's my 2 cents, 2 pence, 2 euros of my point of view on this Chinese debacle at the moment in the media and press. Thanks for watching. Until the next one.